Welcome to Kenya, a land of dramatic landscapes and iconic wildlife, one of Africa's original safari destinations. I am here for 6 nights with some travel colleagues to show you some of Kenya's most renowned conservancies and reserves, from the shadow of Mount Kenya to the heart of the Masai Mara. Our journey begins in central Kenya at Ol Pejeta Conservancy, a shining example of conservation and community. It is a 90,000-acre reserve between the Aberdares and Mount Kenya. Ol Pejeta is home to the Big Five and is also an active cattle farm. And this is where we are staying for 2 nights, Ol Pejeta Bush Camp, a relaxed tented camp alongside the Ewaso Inyiro River. Ol Pejeta is stacked with wildlife, but it is really famous for its rhinos. It is the largest sanctuary for black rhino in East Africa, and there are plenty of white rhino too. This morning, we are heading out to witness some of the conservation work being done and the anti-poaching unit. Before we get there though, we are treated to 2 different black rhino sightings. First is a male lying up in the grass, and then a female and her calf. Our first stop is to meet some of the local heroes, the anti-poaching team's bloodhounds and spaniel. Trained to detect weapons and track intruders, these dogs are a vital part of Ol Pejeta's security team. The first display is about finding weapons and ammunition. The dogs are excited and get to work. In no time they have discovered our hidden items. The second display is by a young bloodhound who only gets to sniff a swab from a footprint. That's it. Apparently that is enough though, and within 10 minutes they have tracked us down over 500 yards away. Impressive. Then comes a humbling experience, visiting the Northern White Rhino Conservation Project. The last remaining northern white rhino were brought here from a zoo in the Czech Republic in 2010. Only the 2 females remain alive. Joseph Washira is their caretaker, who has guarded and looked after them. He explains their high-tech efforts using in vitro fertilization and surrogates to keep the subspecies alive. It is a stark reminder of how fragile our planet is, and the passion it takes to protect it. Seeing the abundance of rhinos and wildlife here at Ol Pejeta is encouraging. Ol Pejeta is not a remote wilderness. Villages and towns are visible from many parts of the conservancy during game drives, but what it lacks in isolation, it more than makes up for with impact. The sheer abundance of wildlife combined with pioneering species protection efforts proves that conservation and community can thrive side by side, and makes it a worthy destination on a trip to Kenya. From Ol Pejeta, we fly south to the Mara ecosystem. Naboisho is a community-owned conservancy where the land belongs to the local Maasai and is leased to a select number of safari camps. This unique model protects wildlife while allowing cattle to graze in designated areas. It is a delicate but successful balance between conservation and livelihood. Tourism revenue is shared with the community, ensuring local people directly benefit. We receive a warm welcome at Enkautomaro, our home for the night. This is a classic bush camp, simple, comfortable, and perfectly positioned in the heart of big game country. While the tents may not offer sweeping views, the location more than makes up for it. "50,000 acres is shared by just 9 camps, ensuring a more intimate, low-impact safari experience, with less vehicles and crowding than other areas. The plains here are rich with life, teeming with grazers and stalked by predators. The main activity at Naboisho is game viewing on day and night drives, as well as guided safari walks led by armed rangers. We spend the morning exploring the reserve and are rewarded with some truly exceptional sightings. At times, villages are visible on the horizon, a reminder that people live close to this wilderness. You might find yourself watching a pride of lions with rooftops in the distance. It's not the untouched wild, but it is a working compromise, and the wildlife is thriving. Naboisho Camp is a strikingly stylish lodge, new, contemporary, and beautifully designed. Nestled just below a ridgeline, it offers sweeping views across the open plains. With full amenities and exceptional cuisine, it's a luxurious treat in the heart of the bush. Our second afternoon brings more breathtaking scenery and remarkable wildlife. It's easy to see why Naboisho has earned its reputation. Early in the drive we spot a leopard, and later that evening another. This conservancy is a dream for photographers. Dramatic light, open spaces, and wildlife in abundance. Tea is served to my room before I head out, for what turns out to be the highlight of my time at Naboisho. We return to look for the leopards and enjoyed a wonderful morning with a young leopard and his mother. Passing villages, our next stop is the Mara National Reserve, the crown jewel of Kenya's safari destinations. Rekero Camp is our base for the next 2 nights, beautifully perched along the banks of the Talek River. Each tent is tucked away for privacy, complete with a sofa, sitting area, and uninterrupted views of the river. I was lucky. Right below my veranda, a pod of hippos wallowed in the shallows. From Rekero, we venture out onto the vast plains of the Masai Mara Reserve, where every game drive feels like a new chapter in an unfolding story. While it wasn't migration season, This is one of the best places to witness the iconic river crossings when the time is right. These plains are legendary, wide open and endlessly cinematic. The landscape here is a striking contrast to the bushveld of southern Africa, and no matter which direction you look, herds of wildlife are never far away. The Mara is iconic. Featured in countless documentaries, it's like driving through a living film set. It is also one of the best places in Africa for a balloon safari. But today our exploration is slowed for the best reasons. First by a pair of amorous lions in the golden grass, and then by a rare and beautiful sighting of a serval, one of the plains' more elusive small cats. From the Talek River, we head west towards the mighty Mara River. Along the way, more lions, including one pride feeding on a hippo carcass, are all a reminder of the cycle of life here. Breakfast is served on the riverbank, with a few hundred hippos as our backdrop, and two massive crocodiles basking nearby, still bloated from recent feasting. We top up our tanks in camp before our final afternoon game drive. I could drive these plains forever. I love it here. I know that in peak season, the Mara gets busy. Dozens of vehicles, crowds at sightings, but right now it feels like it belongs to us alone. Traveling outside the high season has its benefits. Dinner tonight is a festive celebration. The camp staff treat us to a traditional Maasai performance, jumping, dancing, singing, and I find myself smiling, yet a little sad, knowing this journey is coming to an end. These 6 nights have been incredibly rich, not just in wildlife, but in understanding. I've learned so much about conservancies, community-led conservation, and the vital work of anti-poaching units, not to mention those amazing dogs. The warmth of the Maasai people, the passion of the staff, the scale and beauty of the landscapes, and the sheer abundance of wildlife, they've all left a lasting mark on me, and I truly hope one day you get the chance to come and make memories of your own.